with all of the changes that is going on in Canada currently, I think you need to be informed. Like, you need to be aware of these changes. You need to know of how it affects you, whether you are inside Canada or you are outside Canada and you're planning to come into Canada today, tomorrow, or in the nearest future. You need to be aware of these changes. You need to be aware of how these changes will affect you, and if possible, how you can manipulate your way around and use these changes in your favor, or look for alternate solutions when these changes is affecting you negatively. Okay, so I'll be explaining all of this in this video, so ensure you watch this video till the very end. Okay, guys?
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get.
Hey guys, welcome to another video. Welcome to another video, guys. Yes, today is all about updates. Yes, Canada has been making lots of changes, like new updates and changes every day, and everyone just needs to be aware of these changes. Like, it doesn't matter what some people will say, okay, I'm not in Canada, and some will say, like, I'm not in Canada, I don't need to be aware. You need to be aware. Remember, the changes that they make here affect you, because if you don't know of these changes, how would you be able to make your plans to know what route or what route you need to come to Canada with, or to make your plans? Especially also for those who are inside Canada, you need to be aware of these changes and also how these changes affect you. Okay, so like basically we have like good news and bad news. So should I start from the good news first, or I should start from the bad news first? Well, I wouldn't really call it like a bad news, but you know, like some changes that would not favor some people, or that some people would not be happy about. Okay, so the first change and update we'll be talking about is for the reduction in LMIA jobs. So before now, when people come to Canada and they come to Canada with a visitor's visa, when you come to Canada with a visitor's visa, then you kind of like get a job with a company that can provide you with LMIA. So LMIA is borne on the employer. So the employer has to get this document and pay this money on your behalf, and then you get a job, and your visa will be transited from visitor's visa to a work permit using the LMIA. And the LMIA jobs are jobs that the employer has already advertised the job, and they couldn't find qualified Canadians or citizens to fill in this vacant position. As a result, foreigners who come into the country on visitors visa, or most other times directly from outside of their country, fill in these positions. Okay, so as a result, now they want to stop this, or they want to like put a kind of limitation on it, because they believe like for the Canadians who are here, their unemployment rate has increased. So because they are giving this job to foreigners, the Canadians believe that they are not getting much opportunities to work. So to fix this, they are kind of now trying to like reduce the number of foreign workers that can get jobs through the LMI. It's not like the LMI process is going to be completely ruined out or striked out. No, it won't. Okay, it will still be there, but it will be reduced. So even if you are already in the process, don't give up. Okay, let's be faithful and hopeful that even if they are selecting one or two people, you diamonds will be among the first one or two people that will be selected. Another change that has been made, this one is in New Brunswick, and I'm sure it might also be happening in other provinces as well. So they recently, that was about a week or 2 weeks ago, they passed the student stream, which is the New Brunswick Express entry stream for international students. So basically, as an international student, when you're done with your school, you have 6 months to apply for your express entry using the student stream. Okay, so for you to apply, you need to submit your expression of interest. Now that has been paused, and because it has been paused, they said that their quota for the year has been filled, and because their quota for the year has been filled, it's gonna be till next year before they can continue. So this is really affecting lots of international students right now. And then some people decided to go through another route, which is the skilled worker stream. Now the skilled worker stream has been paused for over 2 months, like probably like in May. But it was open briefly, like a week ago. It was open just briefly. I don't know for what reason, but it was open briefly, and then it was closed again on August 29th. And like it's paused for the year until next year. So for international students in New Brunswick, the only option they have right now for applying for their PR is through the AIP. Okay, it's through the AIP and the critical worker stream, and that is the employer connection. And that one is a little bit taxing, or like a little bit difficult, because they have basically like 5 designated employers, and we are hearing that they might close that soon, if I thought they've not closed it before this video comes up. Like just like the LMI, right? Before now, you can come to Canada on a visitor's visa, and when you come to Canada on a visitor's visa, you will go ahead to apply for a job like the LMIA jobs, and then get a job, and then continue your transition into Canada. But now when you come to Canada on a visitor's visa, you will not be able to get a job, because that process, this particular route of coming to Canada to get a job, has been stopped. Okay, it has been stopped. So if you have plans of coming to Canada on a visitor's visa, and your intention is to get a job, please for now hold on, right? So that you don't waste your money, you don't waste your resources, you do not waste your time. Okay, so you better hold on and do not come right now for visitor's visa if you know that your intention is to get a job, because it is most likely not going to be successful. It is most likely not going to be successful unless you are just coming for a vacation, for a conference or whatever, and at the end of the day you will be going back home to your home country. All right, and then come to think of it, like I believe there is no harm in trying to apply for a work permit directly from your home country all by yourself without not paying an agent. You just need to go to the IRCC website, apply for your work permit. Apply for your work permit while you continue your hustles and your struggle back home in your country. If fate, if nature, if life says you are going to come to Canada through this particular route, nobody can stop you. No changes that will be made by the Canadian government can stop you. Like, once it is your turn to come to Canada, guess what, Diamonds? No one can stop you. Okay, so I'm going to drop the link of the IRCC website where you can apply for your work permit directly from your home country all by yourself without paying any money to an agent, and you just apply and see how things goes. Also, all of the updates that I've also mentioned, I'm going to drop the link as well in the description section, so you can go through that. And then for good news is some province have they've taken a critical look at things, and they believe that some people who have work permits, right, their work permit is kind of like expiring, or their work permit has expired, but because of their dedication, because of their hard work that they have created positively to the economy of that particular province, they are making plans, or plans have been made for their work permits to be extended. Okay, so their work permit will be extended, and it will give them more time for them to kind of like get their PR. And we are hoping that as this particular province is taking this step, other province will in turn follow this step, so that people who are in Canada and their work permits, like their postgraduate work permit, is coming to an end, and they are very, very scared, they don't want to go back home, they can have the opportunity to apply for this and get this extension, and hopefully, of course, before the end of this extension, they will be able to get their permanent residence. So the province of Manitoba and Alberta, thank you so much for providing this opportunity for people so they can be able to extend their work permit. And like I said, I hope that other provinces will follow suit as well and like provide this extra time for people to be able to get their permanent residence. And then also we have this new update that is kind of like encouraging people who have their siblings here in Canada and you are outside of Canada and you are applying for a PR. So when you're applying for a PR from outside of Canada with someone here as your sibling in Canada, try to select the province where that person or where your sibling is staying, because you will get more points, like you will get more eligibility if you choose a particular province where your sibling is staying for your permanent residence. Okay, so when you're filling your permanent residence, you have the option where you say which city or what province would you prefer. You have the options where you can choose what city or province you prefer to stay. So most people will choose all because they believe that all will give them more access, you know, for the government to see where they are needed. But if you are particular to choose the particular province where your sibling is, so let's say you are your sibling is in New Brunswick and you're filling for a permanent residence, I would advise, like I would recommend, and I think that you should select New Brunswick rather than choosing all, because basically in New Brunswick, when you have a sibling in New Brunswick who is on a permanent residence, you actually get an extra kind of points from that, and the province will specifically nominate you because of your sibling that is in that particular province. Okay, so a lot of new changes are coming up, guys, and you really need to pay attention to this because it might become useful to you sometimes when you are making a plan. Okay guys, so this is just a few of the updates and changes that have been made by the Canadian government. Like, I just thought to share this with you so that I believe knowledge is power. You need to be abreast of situations and know how things happen. In a nutshell, this is basically the change that have been made within the past 1, 2 or 3 weeks. And yeah, I decided to share the video with you. Let me know what you think about these changes, or how you think these changes is going to affect you, or if this change is already affecting you. Let me know what you think in the comment section so that we can put heads together and see if there are alternatives, or if there's something you would have done or something you can do to make your situation better, or what you would do in certain circumstances or situations to ensure that you actually arrive safely here in Canada, for those of you who are outside of Canada, and for those of you in Canada, to ensure that your transition from international student to postgraduate work permit and from postgraduate work permit to PR becomes a success, right? I'll see you guys in the comment section, and all of the links that I mentioned, like I always do for accuracy and clarity, I'm going to drop all of them in the description section. Okay guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take good care. Bye.
But if I lay down and I play dead